to the Dank Swamp Rebellion. Tonight we're joined by director and NOLA native Rachel Jacob, featuring actor Jeremy Dean.
Welcome back to DSR Studios' new on-location Feel Good. Oh, yes, it does. Let me answer it for you. So, Cody, how you feeling today, brother?
Hi.
Oh, that's what it's like?
Yeah.
Damn. That's hard.
Just high, man.
That's hard to piggyback on.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's to be completely honest. First of all, we moved the studio in record time, which was awesome.
If there was a speed run of moving studio spaces, we would be top contenders. It's real. It's a thing. And if it's not, it will be. Studio speed runs coming soon.
And that reason being is because for those of you that do follow us, we building the bus and we're selling the house and we're going on the road, but it kind of is happening faster than we thought. So a lot of things have taken place on the DSR production side, which is our LLC, which has moved us toward that. So right now my house is completely empty.
Oh, it's in shambles.
and all the furniture's gone, and me and my wife pretty much have a bed and a bedroom set.
The bathroom's in the kitchen now.
Yep.
Delicious ribs, though.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But, that's progressing forward. So be looking for the Louisiana Dawn coming to wherever near you, because we plan on going coast to coast with it. So it's going to be awesome.
On July 22nd at Champion Square, the concert event of the summer will take place. It's the Better Life 20th Anniversary Tour. 3 doors down with special guest Seether. Don't miss out on the Better Life in its entirety and all their greatest hits. Brought to you by ALT92.3 Gulf South Grown.
In the South, there's always a reason to drink beer. Now the Rebellion's giving you one more. Pickled Peppers Hop Shop. Homebrew kits delivered straight to your door.
The ceremony's about to begin.
Become a member of the 1 Million Brew Club today at pickledpeppershopshop.com. And don't forget to listen to Tyson and Tanner on their hit podcast, Pickled Peppers Hop Talk.
Check out Pickled Peppers Hop Shop. Use promo code DSR Talks to get 20% off any brew kit. And don't forget to try the DSR Talks down the bayou, Magnolia Saison.
Pickles Peppers.
What's going on with you guys? How is the city at this point?
New Orleans. It is really coming back fast.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, like people are
It's popping.
treating it
They
pretty
hungry.
normal. Yeah, they are. I mean, I still think that there's some duking it out. The mayor is trying to, I still think, figure out some things, and there's a lot to be said, I think, on both sides of that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. People are back. People are ready for the festivals. I can't wait.
Tourism is popping.
Yeah.
Live music is definitely been what we are craving. You know,
Yes. Oh my
'cause
God.
It's so wanted.
It's been so long. It feels like forever.
Yeah. Well, what's cool is that, throughout the city, especially during, the stricter periods of the pandemic, is that people were doing backyard shit and like playing for neighborhoods, and you just sit outside and listen to whatever local band. And now things are moving a little bit more where, they started having, like, restaurants would start having stuff outside, but now they're back inside for the most part, which is like
good.
That's awesome.
That's like almost
yeah.
they had like a DIY guerrilla style to the underground, right? So it's like, hey man, did you hear about the show that's right on the other side of the Maple Leaf at that dude's house? You know how awesome that'd be. Funky meters, let's go.
I kind of dig it,
Yeah, I do too. I love that and that's one thing that we represent on the show is the resilience of the area and also the strength of the people, and how no matter what happens, we pull together.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yes.
So when times are tough gets going, and we still kick ass. So.
It's baked in, man.
Yeah, it's something to be proud of.
Somebody asked me back in like March, what have you felt that has been stripped away? Like, what's been stripped away from New Orleans as like part of its identity because of the pandemic? And I was like, nothing. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
If anything, it's back harder with a vengeance.
Yeah, it is.
Totally.
The sequel is real.
Yeah, because I mean, it was like, the whole not having Mardi Gras was devastating.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a huge blow to the gut for, I mean, everyone knew it too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We feel it, but everyone else saw that.
Yeah.
And I think there's like something that resonates there that's way further than just what's on the surface. Like we had to go, we need that outlet.
Yeah.
That's part of us.
Yes.
And if you can't have it, just because you literally have no say, there has never been a point in my life where I would have thought that Mardi Gras would be canceled, right?
Yeah, right.
Like unthinkable.
In any form.
Yeah.
A parade canceled, yeah, it happens every year.
Yeah.
But the whole thing
Yeah.
is that blows my mind, and I think that says a lot about people who actually look into it more than, of course, just that surface thing.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with Voodoo Fest. I mean, Voodoo
it
Fest
just
is
got
not
canceled.
getting.
I know.
Green
I
light
just
this
saw.
year.
I just saw that. I was shocked.
It's kind of smart, actually, if you think about it, because there are so many events going on in October.
I know. It's
they'd
like
have
back
to fight
back.
against.
Yeah, it's like everybody's gonna be dead by the time it's Voodoo.
Right.
We've been at a festival
Bank
for
account's
2
empty.
months. Yeah.
So I hate the fact that that's what's happening, but it was actually a pretty smart move on their end, because think how hard you're going to want to go to Voodoo next year.
Yeah.
And if they get the lineup to support that, it's just going to be this huge, like, transcendental thing.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
if they get Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars and who?
No, that's
Because if
it.
you talking,
Just Bruno Mars.
Because if you're talking about
24 hours a day.
Bruno
Voodoo
Mars
Fest
and
is
Anderson,
Bruno Mars.
and Anderson Paak, then I'm there. Because that shit is fucking awesome. I'm so glad that me and my grandma could like the same song.
But what I'm excited about is that it's happening so fast. Like you said, it's the revival is there, and that's what I was concerned about, is how long it was going to take to bounce back. But people are spending money.
Yeah.
Just in our day-to-days, we know people are just slinging cash like you wouldn't believe, and it's
Right.
because they've just been sitting on their ass for so long.
Yep.
And so when you go out to see different bands playing, or if you go out to a local play, or you go doing whatever local thing is going on at the moment, people are going to spend money at that thing because they've been cooped up for so long. So
Yeah, and I also think that there's an understanding, especially, in New Orleans, and I guess I would say this whole state, an understanding of we take care of our own, and we're gonna help bring our people back. You
which
know
is
what I mean?
different than what is shown in the media, because that proves it right there, what she just said.
Yeah.
Because you cannot base the city of New Orleans or the city of Thibodaux or Houma or wherever else based on the politics and the government heads of that community.
Yeah.
Because just because they make bad decisions and they do stupid things doesn't mean that the people still aren't doing what they have to do to survive.
Hell no.
Right,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think that's what I love so much about just New Orleans in general. Like I kind of came to a crossroads. Like, where am I going to go? What city am I going to kind of market myself in? And like you're saying, like people from Los Angeles, they don't take care of each other like people here in New Orleans. And like, this is just home, just in general. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's just a difference in people and how they treat others.
Mm-hmm.
And I've left the bayou too. I've done it. I've gone away, and then something brings me back, and I've tried to leave again, and now it's that. And it's not just having the rebellion; it's knowing that very thing, right? We wouldn't be who we are in this game right now if it wasn't for the bayou.
Exactly.
Yes, we love our shout out every single episode to our listeners in India.
Mm-hmm.
So glad you guys are listening.
Canadians are starting to
The Canadians
to fold
are
up
starting
on us.
yeah, Canada's creeping.
I love those guys.
Yeah, Canada's creeping
real,
on
though.
us.
Send us some syrup.
That whole Nova Scotia area,
Send us
wherever they are.
some
They're-
Canadian
they're-
currency.
Nice.
Or just send us some poutine. If you could figure out how to send it to us, like on the half shell, I don't care. Like, I'll eat it. Last time I was in Canada, I had poutine. It was delicious.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I've never been to Canada. I don't even know what poutine is.
Oh my god! It's
I
like
feel like
fries covered with any kind of goo,
Really?
And cheese.
and they put cheese curds and gravy. Oh
has
my
to
god.
be curds.
Yeah, it
Has
does.
to be curds.
To
That's
be
like-
to be real poutine, has got to be curds.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful area, and the people there are just a different type of people. They're just cool and laid back, but I say it like everywhere. You go every place, and they have those people that ruin it. Okay, same
Yeah.
thing with the South.
Of course.
And that's what our message is, and that's what we try and get across is don't group us all in, right?
Yes.
Because we are doing some kick-ass things around
we
this
are.
area. So for you look at musicians, actors, actresses, directors, producers. A buddy of mine who is actually a visual producer for for visual effects out in LA, and he denies coming from the Bayou because the media said to do so, and and to me that's garbage, because it's like, man, without the Bayou you wouldn't be there, So we want people to understand that people are doing awesome things. It's awesome that the web of connection through it all, how amazing it is to have so many people now that we all know between each other without, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we've only met today.
Yeah.
That's the most beautiful thing about it is the web of, and it's not just because people know people, right?
Yeah.
They can identify talent in each other. When we had Hick on the show, super awesome energy from that cat, right?
Absolutely.
And just the way he goes about business, right? Great actor, yada yada yada, whatever. But his mind for it is awesome,
Right.
Yeah.
So and that's why people are drawn to the web, is because there are more and more people that are getting involved. I want to talk a little bit. What was the series you worked on with for Marvel?
Oh, that was a while ago now. I worked on Cloak and Dagger.
Yes,
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
What'd you do on that show?
I was their social media producer.
Yeah, what is that? I want to know what that is.
Tell me about that role. Yes.
Well, basically, so I did season 2, right? And basically what they had myself and another person take on this role, and we just sort of alternated when we were on set. We would go and we would take, behind the scenes photos, videos, things like that, but we would also do like interviews with the cast, and we'd also run some campaigns that either Freeform or Marvel had going on at whatever time of the year. So like anti-bullying campaigns, like things like that.
Gotcha.
We'd get little blurbs from the actors.
Relevant content.
Yeah, relevant content, and just we would do like behind the scenes and try to get in scene stuff too, for the photos and the videos.
That's
So,
really cool,
and turn it
though.
all in.
Man, we need one
them.
like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever think about,
Yeah.
hey, I should document what the fuck I'm doing right now.
No,
And I don't
never.
want to.
Never.
Pop some cameras in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Live feed
But how
always.
cool
Yeah.
is that? Because that series was actually done really well.
Hell
I
yes.
agree. I was devastated. I was shocked and devastated when they decided to pull the plug after season 2, which is kind of weird because it's like it's usually after season 1 that's the like, are we gonna get a season 2? But
Not
once
just was it
you
good,
know?
it looked good.
It looked good, and it was
didn't
relevant.
look like the first season of The Flash.
No, and it was relevant. They were taking on some hardcore issues, and they actually like took the story seriously, and there was like character development and all these things, and
Right.
it was really enjoyable, and everybody was really great. So
It
was sad.
Unfortunately, we live in a day and age that happens more often than not.
Yeah.
It does.
That the kitsch will catch on, and people and things that are actually doing something that have a message, they just fall off.
Yeah.
Do you think their downfall they premiered on TV or they were on Netflix? Or what was it?
Hulu.
Oh, Hulu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think maybe also the Freeform,
Oh,
but
right.
I'm not sure.
I think it is, actually, if I
it
remember
was-
correctly.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And as far as working, I mean, we do watch, Hollywood films, but we like indie films. We like watching really weird shit. You know?
Yeah.
We're the fans
examples?
of the obscure.
You need a little bit of that. Yeah. Everybody does.
We my whole thing is this, like, one of my favorite things ever to watch when I was a kid was Mystery Science Theater.
Yes.
Okay.
3,000.
Always.
And when they remade it, it was cool, but it was more modern stuff, right?
Yeah.
But the old ones were awesome. So when you got into like the old like monster vampire stuff and all that crap, black and white, I actually have a huge like 30 disc set that I bought for $9 at a pawn shop, and some of it's even in like German and shit like that, to where you have to read subtitles, which is kind of cool.
That series gave a big introduction to people coming up from our age too, that exposure to these types of films, which in itself was amazing, but the way they went about it to make it appealing, like they weren't just showing this stuff on sci-fi, they had the commentary, and you could picture it in your head, like the fucking audience seat and off to the right side.
Yes.
Exactly.
We even thought about doing a Cajun version of those, like on,
That would be amazing.
but it was just so much production that goes into
That's
that.
hard. That is hard to do.
And not to mention, we were, Brandon Stoof.
Yeah.
So we were at the Dear Kate rap party, and before that, we were writing some stuff for him, and we went to his place, and he let us see some of the movie beforehand.
Oh, cool.
And we looked at each other, and we just knew, we can never do this. Like, we can do it because we're too effed up in the head. All right. So as we're watching this, it's supposed to be, this, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And to think that this cat from Homa did this, right?
That's the thing.
So thrilled.
That's the
So
Yeah.
to see that, I was like, this is cool, man. Like, and to see places, local places that are shot, right? That excites me.
Yeah.
One thing that I loved about the series, and this is when filming was kind of big in the area, True Detective on HBO.
Yeah.
When they filmed all that stuff around the area, like in Erath and in Morgan City. Man, that gets me hyped, because that's one of those portrayals of people of the area where we don't look ignorant.
Yes.
Right. And we know that they have them in every scene, but there's a way to go about it.
Exactly. It's like there's not enough of that. There's
Right.
too few things that accurately portray. And this state is so diverse with its cultures and its people.
But for some reason, they think we're not.
I know. And I'm like, y'all, 2 seconds of research.
It goes a long
even
way.
if you just took Lafayette, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans,
Yeah.
you're talking worlds apart, but yet this amazing shared identity.
Right.
With there's also a lot of overlap, right? And then go south of 10. Hello, we're down here. This is freaking awesome, and it's just a whole, it's a whole
world.
vibe.
And then if you break it down even further, like for us, we're from Bayou Lafourche, which we consider the bayou.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And then you go to Bayou Terrebonne, which is one bayou over.
It's
and
not the
It's
bayou,
a
though.
whole nother kind of people.
Yeah.
It really is. Not good or bad.
Right. It's just
Just
different.
different.
Yeah.
Right? You will see, like you said, from Lafayette to New Orleans, and every little parish in between and every town in between, the food will change.
Yes.
It's all the same food, but little things change all the way through.
It's like visiting a new country.
There are things
really
I will
is.
eat in NOLA that are completely different. That's the same dish that my mom and my grandma and my mom made and all them, but
Exactly.
but it's different because Creole food in New Orleans is different
Yes.
That's right.
and
Yes.
amazing.
I just went up to Shreveport and I realized everything in North Louisiana, instead of being seasoned at the beginning, they just pour all the spices and everything on it afterwards. And
that-
it is the strangest.
That fucks me up. I don't understand that.
Yeah. No.
I started a campaign in about 2012, Bab. I'm trying to get people to sign off on the Shreveport. We want to give that to Arkansas. Just let them have it, Bab. Sponsored by Gravon My Year.
Let them have it. With no problem.
Yeah, let them have it.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about last time I was in Shreveport because I was at a New Kids on the Block concert.
What?
No
just told me this
way.
story.
Are you
He
serious?
triggered me, man.
Of all the
And
things
not-
you could have said.
And listen, not when they were young.
Like, no, I'm obviously thinking must be recent.
It was.
Oh my God.
It was. I was about 27. And the Jabberwockies opened for him,
And
the dance crew.
Wow.
Dude, they are
They
sick.
built it.
Yeah.
I was on a
That's
bunch
cool.
of Molly,
That
and
was
they
a
were
little-
going hard. It was awesome.
That's a little redemption.
Okay.
But yeah, it was
Wow.
cool though because
You were feeling yourself. I know. That's good.
dude, I was like, so Jabberwockies, you know how they wear the face mask,
Yeah.
right? Well, that tour that they were doing, they had a huge 20-foot tall face mask in the middle of the stage. And the first song, like the beat started to drop,
Yeah.
and they all crawled out of the eyes and the mouth and from around the face and started dancing. And I was like, what?
That's
And
cool.
then I was like, okay, it's time for another beer because they were done. And I went into the crosswalk and I lost my ticket. And they wouldn't let me back in
Whoa.
for the new kids on the block. And so then I just found some like middle-aged woman that was dressed like an 80s Bopsy twin and just bought her booze and we made out in the crosswalk.
Oh my God.
It's a magical story.
I had to wait for the people to come out that I was with.
Can you
Only
see?
in
Wow.
Shreveport.
Can you
All
see
in
the,
Shreveport.
the cinematography
On a Wednesday,
Yeah.
too. On a Wednesday. We
Wednesday
left from
concert.
here.
Such a beautiful
We left from
story.
Thibodeau and drove all the way out there.
Oh my God.
I got suckered into doing that for $100, some free weed. Actually, it wasn't that bad. I got shit-faced and drunk. And
You got to
Well,
make
you got
out.
paid to do it,
yeah.
so you know.
Yeah,
That's
it was
fine.
2 chicks I worked with. They were like, we really want to get hammered on the way. So will you drive us? And like, I'm not paying for a ticket. Just, like, I'll sleep in the car outside. I don't care. Like,
Right.
I'm not going. And like, no, we got a ticket. And like, all right, cool.
You were going places though.
Oh yeah,
That's a service
yeah.
that needs to open up. Now that
Yeah.
COVID's starting to do its thing, you know.
And
think
then
about
after
it.
that concert,
But
we
only to
turned
New
around
Kids on the
and drove
Block
back.
concerts. Yeah.
if they were smart, it would be only new kids.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I did get to see Donnie Wahlberg. He was like outside smoking a cigarette out back. That was kind of cool. It might have been Donnie Wahlberg. It might have been the guy that swept the floor. I don't know.
The good news is he had a vibe for you.
He did.
And
Like,
you-
we had a connection. I seen him like sweep it, and I was like, hey, man, I know. You and your brother Shadow, I've been there.
There we go.
If I was doing that job and someone thought that about me, I would absolutely go along with it the whole way too.
Yeah.
It
It
made
wasn't the
night
worst time of my life. The worst concert of my life is when I had to go see One Direction with my kids.
Oh,
that
why?
was. I have kids. I
yeah.
have daughters.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I mean, I loved it for them, but I was just like, oh, man, why can't they want to see Peter Frampton like I want them to?
I still have a stank face on right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying
But
to
they
wash
grew
it
out
off,
of it.
but I can't.
They grew out of it. It's
I'm
different.
lucky,
Yeah.
like, my dad only introduced me to the greats. Like, I grew up listening to, like, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix.
Thank God,
like-
Right there.
man.
Yeah.
He's up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
somewhere.
there he is. Yeah.
Hell yes. That's our background. You know, like
Nice.
the soulful rock and roll vibes mixed in with like the groovy stuff of funk and fucking, you know, reggae. That's where we live now, and just kind of kept going down that road, and we've pursued in bands that did that genre, but after finding the DSR outlet to write that music, it's really been something else, because through the show we found out that me and Cody work really well together musically too. And
wow.
we should have knew that right off the top, because I fucking hated his guts right away.
Typical
And-
band material.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the best.
exactly.
There you go.
And we just worked together at that time.
Yeah.
Right.
we were just working in the same spot.
And it's just amazing to see how this stuff plays out whenever you really put your heart and soul into something and you make the right connections on the way. And I'm
Yep.
sure y'all absolutely.
I was
agree
pretty
with that.
upfront about it too. I walked up to him and I said, look, man, I don't like you and you don't like me. You want to start a podcast? He said, absolutely.
That
And now
dynamic,
he's
excellent.
now he's my brother.
and,
man.
Yeah.
and I knew that dynamic would be perfect on Mike.
Yeah.
He's excitable and loud. I'm chill and vibe, and all I got for you
I love
is
that everybody thinks you're high.
I'm the high one. You know,
That's the funny part. Like, he don't even smoke, man.
why you gotta put me on blast like that, dude? What the
whatever.
fuck?
Put
You-
myself on blast, but I was always the, like, go-to. Everyone thought I was high constantly, and I never was that kid.
Are you
And, like,
high right now?
No, I'm not. No.
Damn, I thought
No.
you were.
See, me-
Exactly,
see-
right?
That's great, though.
He's so
People
chill.
think
you
that I
know,
was a
what's
drug
great
dealer.
about
Yeah.
that though is
I'm
that
so smooth and collected.
in certain environments, I make people feel uneasy because I'm so amped all the time. And that's initially why I started doing the shrooms, because I was like, you know what? Not only do I want to tolerate people more and not want to murder them, I want them to tolerate me and not think I'm always a dick.
How careful.
But you're a very
of you.
calming person, so that's good.
Well, that's a very big compliment. I don't think anyone's ever told me that.
Yeah, dude. Like, the fact that I thought you were high when you walked in automatically settled me down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's-
because I'm automatically nervous for every show we do, no matter what it is.
Really?
Yeah, even if it's just us two.
I've, like, gotten to the point, and maybe it's just from, you know, doing shows and playing music and stuff like that, but it's like nerves are just. I will get them if I'm like going live into like a casting room or something like that.
Gotcha. Like you on display and it's just you
Yeah,
and
it's
no one's
just
backing you up.
and you're like,
yeah.
but I could go stand in front of a crowd and like give an hour-long talk, like it's like talking to my neighbor. You know what I mean?
What's the craziest like Harvey Weinstein thing that's ever happened to you?
To me?
Like, you ever had anything like Harvey Weinstein-ish?
No, I've never had any experience. You're trying to dig something out.
No, dude, I want to know because I'm interested.
No, I've never had any like.
Like, hey, you want to get this 15-second indie part? Like, you're gonna be in a bear suit, but you gotta lather up.
I've been real fortunate not to have anything like that. I have had some
Yeah.
people flirt,
Yeah.
but you know, it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of the type of. Some people will tell me, my exes would tell me that I just naturally flirt with people, and maybe that's where it stems from.
It's just a smooth talking type of
Don't
situation.
you love how your exes just automatically think that's what it is? Not that you're being nice.
Yeah.
This is Gravon My Year from the Dank Swamp Rebellion podcast, reminding you to stock up on your Elmer's CheeWees. Get you some of that. I'll tell you, the original's good, man. The original's real good. I like me the barbecue one. I like the taco one. Bruh, I dip that in some ranch meat. They got the hot and spicy. They got the pizza. The pizza one's real good, man. And so is the green onion. And if you like a little something sweet after, get you some of that caramel popcorn. They ain't sleeping on that caramel popcorn. And remember, if it ain't Elmer, it ain't CheeWees.
Elmer's Quality Snacks since 1946.
Oh, and don't forget about those seasonal flavors. This message was approved by Gravon My Year. Thank you for listening to the Dank Swamp Rebellion podcast. Tune in Saturday for part 2 with Rachel Jacob and